Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast show, Expresso. It's the weekend. It's Friday. You're probably starting to make all of the plans of what you're going to be getting up to tonight. Well, come on. Look no further. JP Sebastian, he's in the building, showing us and telling us exactly what to be checking out as far as all the movies releasing today.
4 of them.
4 of them. All 4 of them. Let's get straight into it.
Good
the first one, long title.
Say the whole title for us.
Oh, man, can I even?
Tad, the Lost Explorer.
The Lost Explorer and the Emerald Tablet, which could not be found, and they spent a long time trying to find it.
Yes, starring so-and-so. I swear, if you have a little one, all they're going to be is like, Mom, I want to see Tad. Like, why would you give your new movie with this long name?
No.
But actually, it's got a pretty reasonable following in South Africa. It's like, even though it's a tiny studio, this isn't Pixar we're talking about here. This isn't DreamWorks necessarily, whatever. This is the third one, which I think has had relative success in South Africa, foregone too. Tad, the Lost Explorer, is a studio, is a bumbling archaeologist, so the opposite of, well, he's got the mischief of, say, Indiana Jones, but he's not really, you know, as bright as Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Enrique Gatto is the director of this, and what's cool about that for this guy who no one knows in South Africa is that at least this is his baby. He's been working on this little story for his entire career, all the way going back to, well, not this story specifically, but he's animating career, goes back to the 80s, dude's got chops, and as you can see, it's not too hard to look at. We've had some where it's like, this movie comes from like some dorp in Russia, and the animation
does look a little bit dark,
rough,
doesn't it?
But actually, this looks decent enough, so I think your little ones will appreciate it, and probably they'll just ask for Tad.
There we go. Tonight, if your little ones are looking to watch something, The Enforcer is another one on the list.
What do you think about Antonio Banderas?
I love Antonio Banderas.
Dude is so overlooked, man. He's so underappreciated.
I don't understand how. I mean, I remember Antonio Banderas from Evita, and ever since those years with Madonna there, I've not looked at any other artist in his sort of
and across the dynamic range of Desperado.
Yes.
And obviously keeping in line with stuff like The Enforcer, Once Upon a Time in Mexico, that kind of stuff, and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But Banderas, for me, is one of the greatest. Obviously, we got Puss in Boots from Shrek as well. He's such a dynamic, versatile actor. Good grief, he does amazing art movies. Pedro Almodovar, he does there. However, in this, he plays sort of a Liam Neeson role here, where he's, you know, old dude with an old set of skills, needs to try and make repair with this young lady he comes across in his line of work. He's just the dirty work. He's the muscle for a bigger boss. He's an enforcer.
Okay, all right.
And this stranger reminds him a bit of his daughter. He feels like he wants to take her under his wing, care for her, whatever, in this brief time.
They get close.
Together. However, obviously, trouble besets this poor lady. He finds out that his boss is the one who is the reason for this poor lady being roped into a sex trafficking ring.
Right.
So now he's formed an attachment to this one person who's shown him his own side of his own humanity he used to have before he became the muscle. He had this one glimmer of hope of feeling like a human again.
But then he has to step back into
the
what
life
he knows.
And I hope this isn't, it doesn't look like 2 Chainz for some reason. It doesn't look too bad. I mean, obviously it's like as much as anything like as a Liam Neeson photo or whatever. He's got this sort of collateral look about him, Tom Cruise, etc., etc. Banderas is so good. He's reason enough for me to go see this.
I know. Ever beware your ambition. Vikram Vedha.
Very nice. This one is actually, if you're in line for action and if Enforcer doesn't tickle your fancy, because, like I said, maybe a bit B-grade. Vikram Vedha looks really, really good. Bollywood's got 2 big ones coming up.
Whoa! Is this a Bollywood one? I mean, you see, it's like heavy action.
Talking to cameraman Pete outside the scene here, and he was telling me he saw a movie called R, or R, or it's 3 R's, but it's streaming right now in Bollywood. All you got to know is that action, they're almost setting a bar in the way. That movie I just mentioned, a lot of critics are saying, just watch it, don't even read up about it. But Vikram Vedha, just looking at the trailer, actually looks...
Please tell me they dance.
I can't promise you that, but there's definitely slow-mos of over a muscular man diving over cars and
hopefully landing and dancing.
Glorious flourishes.
In the choreography.
Surely, I promise you that sword is going to fall into a knock in the middle of a man's skull. No, dude, it's super violent.
And let's look at this next one. Ponniyin Selvan. Am I saying it correctly?
Brave of you to try and pronounce it. I was going to go for you. No, you hit it.
I'm one person who's never shy to mispronounce a thing.
You know, South Africans, we have our ways, but you did just fine.
Yeah.
So this is a classic story, which is a historical fiction of the Tamil people going back to, well, the book was written in the 20th century, but the story itself is the 11th century. Again, look at this. Look at the sort of like the quality of the production value or whatever. You're not dealing with cheapness here. Like, if you're a fan of stuff like Gladiator, if you're definitely a fan of Lord of the Rings, this is the kind of historical epic that you might be into. Not fantasy, just because I mentioned Lord of the Rings, but based on the Chola Empire, etc., etc. This is directed by Rani Matran, but like, it's also got A.R. Rahman doing the music. These are really heavyweights in the Bollywood scene. The man's been around since the early 90s, and it looks like he really knows what he's doing. I've missed
horse scenes.
I've missed what they refer to as sword and sandals. Like Gladiator. You know, like the 300 to a certain extent or whatever. And this looks like it would definitely fill that spot of ancient battle. So there's court intrigue, there's
Yes.
backstabbing,
Yeah.
there's small battles, there's infighting, there's family love. Oh,
There's slaying.
Aishwarya Rai Bachchan, speaking of slay,
Yeah.
makes a turn in this. So this comes out in South Africa.
Does he play the queen?
Aishwarya Rai. I said the name incorrectly. I'm sorry. She's a classic queen.
She.
You said he. Whatever. It's all very confusing. It's
Yeah.
action-packed. That's all.
I
there
love
she
it
is.
so much. I love it. Bollywood at the moment is having its time under the spotlight.
Knocking it out
and
the
we
park.
love to see
South Africans,
it, right?
go support it. We don't support it enough. We think,
We need
well,
to
it's not part of
go,
our
South
community.
Africans. Okay, well, listen, all of
Action.
these movies are coming out tonight. They release today, I suppose. So you could go straight after this show or you could wait for the evening. It's really up to you. JP Sebastian, as always, so awesome having you here. I know you have to go make something in the kitchen. A peanut butter.
Peanut bower.
Peanut butter
Indian surname.
booster. Go. Please let me know which one of those movies you're going to be checking out on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. Do make sure you use that hashtag Expresso Show. It is a Friday after all. Let's go to the kitchen.